Night, Margot. I must have a double or I'm dreaming. I've never written a book on burns. M. Comfort.
Could we use your telephone? We're on a walking holiday. This rain's beaten us. We want to phone for a car.
I'm afraid I haven't got a phone. Why don't you try the next bungalow?
They all seem to be deserted. You're the first person who's seen in miles.
Yes, well, I dare say your luck will change.
Thank you, I hope so.
Oh, please, couldn't we just come in to change our clothes till it stops raining? We're nearly drowned.
I'm sure you'll find somewhere further along. Oh, all right. I don't want to be disagreeable, but the fact is I only got here last night and the place is upside down.
Do you live here all year round?
No. Not in winter. I just look in once in a while to see if everything's all right. Where were you aiming for? Were you going far?
No, only to Guildford.
Guildford? That's miles away. The bedroom's over there. Would you like to change?
Thank you.
I'll make some tea. I expect you could do with a cup.
Oh, I'll say we could. Thank you. But please let me help.
No. It's all right. I can manage.
Well, it's very kind of you. Well, my name's Dean Gilson, and this is Marion Savage.
Mine's Mike Elliot. Peter Elliot.
Well, come on, Marion. What on earth are you doing, Marion?
Look, British Birds by M. Cornforth. I thought he said his name was Elliot.
Made something to eat. Thought you might be hungry.
Oh, no, you shouldn't. We're being an awful nuisance. Have you got everything? Can I get
No, thanks. It's all under control.
Oh, what's the nearest village? We've booked rooms at Guildford, and we simply must get there.
I don't know. At least I never can remember. Something unpronounceable. I'll fill up the teapot. I've got the kettle on.
Oh, no, let me.
No, it's all right. I can manage.
Not all women are as helpless as men think.
Marion's a market researcher, a sort of Gallup poll. Her job is to travel around asking people why they use soapy soap flakes, and if not, why not. She'll be looking to see if your sink's full of dirty dishes.
And what would that show?
But you don't use the right kind of soap flakes. Marion's not really inquisitive. It's simply that she's very nervy and imaginative. Always expecting to find bodies under the bed, bloodstains in the floorboard, and skeletons in the cupboard. Marion!
She must have seen a rat. The place is running with them. I should have warned her.
She's got some sand salts in her bag. I'll get them.
See if there's any brandy.
Come on, Marion. It'll be all right. Come on. Hurry.
Come in here. I want to talk to you.
Well, Mr. M. Cornforth, what's the M for? Murderer?
Please. And what's more, I can prove I was in London last night. My neighbor saw me, a chap called Mungo Petty. He saw me through a window in my own flat. He saw me go to bed.
Did you see you get up again? But he's not here to ask. Maybe it's as well. You shot that man, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could answer positively yes or no, but I don't know. I may have had a blackout. I've been working hard lately and sleeping badly. I have to take sleeping pills. And I have got a terrible headache.
Do you know who he is?
Yes, that's the ghastly thing. He's my cousin. His name's Martin Cornforth.
But you said you'd never been here before in your life.
I haven't seen Martin for years. I didn't even know he lived here. I do remember that he was interested in birds, but I didn't know he wrote about them.
Well, where's the rest of the family?
Only Martin and I left.
Well, what does he do? His work, apart from studying birds.
He doesn't do anything. He's got money. His father left him a fortune. Doesn't appear to have spent much of it.
So he left a fortune, and you're his next of kin.
I may be. But he wouldn't leave it to me. Why should he? He'd leave it to a home for old birds or something.
Perhaps he didn't make a will, in which case the money's yours. Did he make a will?
I don't know. I tell you, I haven't seen it for years.
Don't move.
You must believe me. What are you staring at?
Your wrists. They look as if... When you woke, were you tied up?
No.
Are they sore?
It's all over. My neck, my back, my knees, my ankle. I suppose I could have tried myself, huh?
Well, how did you get here? Hop?
But if someone brought me here, why?
So the police would think what I thought, that you killed your cousin.
We'd better get out of here. I've given you my address. Don't lose it. And get in touch with me. So.
It's all right, Marion.
Marion, wait for me. It's all right. He's all right. Relax. What are you frowning about?
I can't see how anyone could have broken into my flat. I'm always careful to lock up. And if anyone had broken in, I'd have heard.
Well, you take sleeping pills.
Even so, I reckon the slightest sound. That's for tying me up, whatever it was he did. How could he have done it?
Well, not without experience, perhaps. But you don't know how much experience he's had. Maybe a great deal.
Off the road! I saw a blonde. Pity we couldn't ask for a lift.
Why are we going there?
We're not. Mungo Petty. Hello, Mungo. The door was open, so I came straight up.
Yeah, you're just in time for some coffee.
Good.
Or was it the smell of it that brought you over?
Can't smell. I've started up a lousy cold.
Get your feet wet last night?
How's the antique trade? Genuine 17th century. I doubt it. Is there anything you can't make? Why do you do it? Money or the hell of it?
It amuses me.
You can't fool people all the time?
No.
Never mind, it'll make a change to sew mailbags. Do you know, I've got an idea some so-called friend was playing a practical joke on me.
If you will have friends calling on you at 1:45 in the morning.
What time? Who was he?
You should know. You let him in.
You saw me?
My dear fellow, I didn't have to see you. All I saw was this friend of yours arrive at your door and ring the bell. And then I heard you say, "Come on in, you're late, but I've got the trunk packed. It's all ready for you." After that, I went to bed. I got nicely to sleep when a car drove up. And you decided the time was now ripe to load that trunk into the car, judging by all the bumping and the scraping. After which, I'm grateful to say, the car drove off and your door was kindly shut. More coffee?
No thanks. Tell me, did you see this man?
Yes, he was average height, slim. He wore a raincoat with a belt tightly drawn across. Just to be sure you'd notice the slim.
But his face, did you see it?
No, it was too dark. Suppose the blonde hasn't anything to do with it?
What blonde?
The blonde in the shooting break.
What do you know about a blonde in a shooting break?
You were at home this morning, weren't you?
Yes, of course.
When I woke up this morning, there was a shooting break outside your door. Then later, when I was dressing, your door slid open, the blonde slid out, and the car slid off.
Did you see what she looked like?
No, she was too quick for me. Don't worry, Michael. That long, soft hair. Michael. Oh, Michael.
Hello? Hello? Evening Post. Is Mr. Bill Dodd in here? Bill, it's Mike.
Well, Mike.
Bill, I'm in serious trouble. If you can use a scoop, I think I've got one. I can't talk on the phone now. Can you come round right away?
Well, what is it? Listen, I'm a crime reporter, not a...
This is a murder.
Whose murder?
It's mine.
What, you mean you did it, or you mean you're dead?
I will be if you don't get moving.
Okay, but if this is a joke, I'll personally cause you to regret it.
You think it is a man's prints? It couldn't have been made by my charwoman.
Oh, no, that's a man's prince, all right.
I don't want to land you to any trouble.
Oh, all the felonies I've compounded, I could spend the rest of my life in jail. Another 10 years won't make any difference.
But why, Bill? Why?
Well, it's a 64,000 question. I don't know. I think it's fairly easy, Mike. You see, after they deliver you at the cottage, they bring the trunk back here. Then the blonde drives back to Shinglestrand to make sure that you've called the cops. Now, she sees no cops, no nothing. So you gas yourself instead. Murder first, suicide second. Mystery solved, case closed. These are pills you were talking about?
Yes, I thought of getting them analyzed.
Yes, I should do that. Look, I'll drop them into the local chemist. You can pick them up later on. Meanwhile, I'll get a print of those dabs there and check down at the yard.
The yard?
Scotland Yard. The guy in charge of records there's a great old buddy of mine.
Yes, but Bill, you...
Don't panic. I can spin a yarn with anyone. Sometimes I even believe it myself.
Morning. I'm the Petty.
Yes. Say he's the finest restorer of antiques in the business. They also say that he can fake a Chippendale so that even Chippendale wouldn't know. Can you get his dabs?
Dabs?
Fingerprints.
Yeah. Yes, I could try. But he's harmless enough.
No man's harmless who lives by fraud, Michael.
But how could my cousin Martin know Mungo Petty?
Oh, it's just an idea. But there's got to be someone who knows you pretty well. Routine. Layout of your flat. And your voice well enough to imitate it. You count your friends, Michael. You've got one too many, you know.
Jean!
Hello.
I thought you were in Guildford with what's her name, Marion.
Well, I was, but I had to see you. It's about Marion. Well, this morning she suddenly went into hysterics, and now she's in hospital.
Did she tell him anything?
No, but they've given her something to make her sleep. She won't come round for 24 hours, and that's tomorrow morning. Have you found out anything?
Come and look.
I told you it was dangerous to play detective.
I can't stop now.
Blonde in the shooting break. Have you no idea who she could be?
Of course not. I don't even know any blondes. I don't even like blondes.
Oh, look, Michael, I'm not being nosy about your friends or prying. It's just that I'm...
No.
Well,
course
I'm
not.
worried for you.
I'm not sorry, you know.
Nor am I. Who's that man?
That's Mungo Petty.
What an odd name. I don't like the look of him.
Probably my chum.
I must get back to Guildford now.
I've got to go out myself, so I'll come part of the way with you.
Oh, lovely.
Ah, Mrs. Dodge.
Good morning, sir.
I'm going out for a while, Mrs. Dodge. I'll leave you the spare key. Just leave it on the table as usual. Slam the door when you go.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's certainly our bottle, sir. I won't deny that. They're not the tablets we supplied you with.
But I bought them myself.
They contain, amongst other things, a quantity of morphia. Quite an appreciable amount. In fact, they're what our American cousins would call a Mickey Finn.
Frankly, sir, I think it's a matter for the police. No, I don't think that's necessary. It was obviously a joke.
Dangerous joke, sir. All the more reason to inform the police.
I'm not going to start sending my friends to the police. I'll take them back, in case I need them as evidence. Thanks.
I thought you said that Jean could take care of Marion Savage.
She thought she could.
So Marion wakes up in her right mind tomorrow and spills the whole story. First to the hospital and then to the cops. The cops go down to the bungalow to check her story and they find Martin's body in the cupboard. Oh boy, where does that leave you?
You said you had some news.
Sure, I've got news. It's going to take some time, though. Look at this. Now, that's the photograph of the fingerprints that I took in your flat. This is what I got from my pal in records. Incidentally, he wants it back with an explanation, and it's got to be a good explanation. This is an official copy.
Well, they look the same to me.
Yeah, they are the same.
Then he must be known.
It's not as simple as that, Michael. You listen to this. 2 years ago, the body of a woman was found floating in Sydney Harbour, Australia. Fair hair, face smashed in, purposely. Aged about 35, weight approximately 135 pounds.
Australia.
I should know. I was working on the Sydney Herald. Worked on the case at the time. Marks in the sand showed that a car had been driven up the harbour wall, heavy object, dragged from the car, thrown into the water. Close by, a greasy starting handle, on which a fairly clear set of prints. These.
But wasn't he caught?
No. Prints were circulated through Interpol. No results.
And the woman, who was she?
Nobody knows, except the man these prints belong to. However, I intend to find out how and why a murderer moves from Australia to your back door, and why he murdered Martin Cornforth.
I was to be his third victim.
Third, fourth, fifth, who knows? However, he's just lucky, Michael. He's careless, too clever, too fanciful. Does that description suit any of your friends?
Only you, except for the careless.
And I'm worried about that dead body in that cupboard.
No need to be alarmed, miss. My name's Ashbury from the county police. This is Sergeant Wright.
Oh, is it about Marion Savage? I'm just going to the hospital now.
Miss Savage, yes. Now, young lady, I understand you had a rather unpleasant experience last Sunday. I'm a little surprised that you didn't think of reporting it.
Well, there wasn't anything to report. You don't know Marion. I do.
So Miss Savage is wrong in saying that you, as well as she, suspected this man of having a dead body on the premises. Did you think of looking in the cupboard yourself to make sure?
Well, no, I didn't bother. You see, if I looked in every cupboard that Marion thought she saw a dead body in, I'd live in a cupboard. Besides, I was too busy looking after her. She'd fainted.
Yes. What about the gun?
Gun? What gun?
Well, I don't think there's any need to trouble you anymore, Miss Gilson. You'll be around if we want you, I expect.
Yes, I'm here for a week.
Oh, this chap, his name was Elliot?
No, Cornforth. Martin Cornforth. He's a most charming person. I can't think what Marion's been saying.
Yes, well, we'll pay him a little visit, I think. That would be the wisest course, and thank you very much.
Goodbye.
He's at home, thank goodness. Cornforth? Hello, anybody at home? Tell Marshal to give us a toot if he sees anyone coming.
Right, sir. Found anything, sir?
Not yet. Might be this one.
What the? Give me quite a turn for the moment. No wonder that girl took fright.
Well, that solves the mystery of the corpse in the cupboard. Look sharp.
The man coming this way, sir. I think it's him.
Well, we'll soon see.
Doesn't look over there, if you ask me.
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Cornforth?
Yes.
I understand you had a bit of trouble Sunday.
A trouble.
Yes, didn't you have two young ladies call on you?
Two young ladies. Oh, yes, yes. You mean the young woman who was frightened by my mop and gun? Rather hysterical, I thought.
It was that gun. She mentioned a pistol.
A pistol? Oh, no, this is a 12 bore.
Ah, yes, I see. Yes, well, I don't think we need trouble you anymore, Mr. Cornforth. Glad to have seen you. Goodbye.
Well, that's that.
I've lived with trouble so long, I can smell it. Sebastopol Road, I want to see that girl again.
Got it. Thought you were a ghost.
Well, I'm not. How'd you get on? They show up?
Yeah. And they swallowed it.
Good. Give me a hand, will you? There are some kegs over there. Bring them here. Thanks. Well, he's behind that lot. Look, Michael, he's a great deal safer behind there than he was in that cupboard. You know, the more I think of it, the more there has to be a will, with just enough money left to you to provide a motive, and the rest to somebody else.
Yeah, but who?
Let's get out of here. Go.
Well, what's the next move?
Well, the first thing you do when you get back is to get Munger Petty's fingerprints.
Yes, I've got that organized. He said he'd mend my electric iron. I'll take it over if Mrs. Dodge hasn't already taken it.
That ought to hold a print all right.
Bill, that spare key of mine. I mean, how they could have got in. I'm always lending the spare key to Mrs. Dodge. I never thought of her, but she works for Munger.
Suppose she dropped it there or left it, or...
Oh, for crying, suppose she dropped it there or left it. What's wrong with her handing it? How long have you had her?
A few months, but she's a wonderful child, Bill. She'd do anything for me.
Oh, she'd do anything for me. She's poor, isn't she? She'd do anything for money.
She wouldn't.
Mrs. Dodge?
Where are we going?
Well, I'm going back to the office. You're going down to the public records office and you're going to check on Martin Cornforth. And check the lot. Marriage, death, divorce, the lot. Remember, your life can hang on this. I'm sorry about that. Can depend on this.
Light.
Hi, taxi. Follow that bus.
Hello?
Hello, Bill.
Oh, yeah?
There is a wife. Martin Cornforth was married 8 years ago. All very hush-hush, and I'm not surprised.
What's her name?
Kathleen Wanda McGill of Burlington, Colorado. And her father was a circus proprietor. I don't know what that makes her. She could be almost anything.
All right, all we got to do now is to find her. I'll check through the files here first. Maybe some record of her, you never know. Keep in touch, will you?
Okay. Going back to my flat now. Bye.
Here he is. Here's Mr. Cornforth now. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Mr. Cornforth.
Michael's?
Yes.
My name's Oswald Catalan. I'm a friend of his, too. As a matter of fact, he got me this room here with Mrs. Dodge. It's not exactly West End, but it's cheap.
Where is Michael? I must see him. It's urgent.
He's hopped it. He got into a panic last night and decided to lie low for a few days, you know, to see what happened. He asked me to come along to collect a few things for him, you know, clothes, money, things like that. Mrs. Dodge got them for me. Less conspicuous that way, I thought.
Then she knows.
I had to tell her, but she's promised not to breathe a word. She's a funny old thing. She absolutely adores Michael. It's her best parlor in here. Do look. Priceless, isn't it?
Yes, I expect it is to her.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You didn't tell Margot Petty, too, did you?
Oh, Lord, no. I just pretended I dropped in for a visit. And what was more natural, Mrs. Dodge should ask me to carry a parcel of laundry home for her. Now, what ruined everything was you.
Me? Why?
I didn't want to leave until you'd gone. In the end, I simply had to.
Your behavior was very suspicious.
Yes, I suppose it was, really. Well, if you'll excuse me, I ought to be getting along to see Michael. Don't want to be late or he might start worrying.
Could I come with you? I must see him. It's very important.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Yes, all right, why not? Might help to cheer him up. I'll just collect a couple of things and I'll be ready.
An obscure person indeed who hasn't a place on our files. Yeah.
Kathleen Wanda McGill, better known as Colorado Kate, the sharp-shooting, knife-throwing cowgirl, is off to Australia. Australia for a season and is looking forward to a second summer down under.
Got what you want?
Yeah. Yeah, but that was 4 years ago, Ben. Who's likely to know her now?
Well, you could try Wally Gizzard. He used to edit show news. He still keeps in touch, as far as he's able.
Where do I find him?
You know the bear and staff at the back of St. Martin's Lane? Well, as you go in, he's the last customer on the left.
Man after my own heart. Thanks, Ben. So long.
Nearly there.
Where are we?
Wantrip. He's staying on a houseboat I own with a friend of mine.
Male or female?
You're fond of Michael, aren't you? I suppose he is quite a catch with all that money.
We don't know he'll get any yet.
I do. His cousin Martin left 2/3 to his wife, 1/3 to Michael. Whichever dies first, the other one gets the lot.
So there is a will and a wife. When did Michael find out?
Don't ask me, he didn't go into details.
A wife? Martin had a wife. Where is she?
Somewhere. We'll find her. Here we are.
Well, on that barge.
We're better. Come on.
Michael?
left a note. Prostrate with boredom. Gone into Chertsey to see a film. Back about 7, Michael. Idiot. Oh, well, I suppose he's safe enough in Chertsey. I expect you'd like to wash and tidy up, wouldn't you?
Oh, thank you.
Bathroom's through there. It's the second door on the right. I'll make some tea.
Mister, I said Miss McGill's address is care of me, Cliff Derby.
Look, all I want with her is just a friendly chat, for old time's sake.
Yeah? Are you an agent?
No. No, she's an old friend of mine. I knew her in Australia.
Look, mister, I said Miss McGill's address is care of me.
I heard you the first time.
All right, then.
Okay. That's the way you want it. So long.
I'm undoing Michael's things. She's dead. You killed her.
Taxi! Drive.
Jean, you mustn't jump to conclusions, even if appearances are against me. I can explain what's happened. Well, part of what's happened anyway.
All you've done so far is lie.
No, not really. Listen, you were hanging about outside Michael's flat, weren't you? Did you see Mrs. Dodge take an electric iron into Margot Petty's flat?
Yes, I did.
Very well. That electric iron killed Margot Petty.
Killed Margot Petty. What happened to Mrs. Dodge?
Mrs. Dodge. There never was a Mrs. Dodge. It was somebody masquerading as a char. Somebody who was watching every move Michael made.
Someone else? You mean that Mrs. Martin Cornforth disguised herself and created a part of Mrs. Dodge, but then why should she try and kill Margot Petty? I understand her wanting to kill Michael so she could get all the money.
Because Margot Petty found out that Mrs. Dodge wasn't Mrs. Dodge.
Well, then why didn't you realize that, living in the same house?
I hardly ever saw her, then only for a few moments at a time.
But then why did you help the murderers to get away by taking all these clothes?
Bill? Oh, thank God, I've been trying to get you for hours.
Take it easy.
What happened? The police... Well,
Margot Petty. He's dead. Just come through on the tape.
Margot?
What? One of his antique dealer friends found him. Lying on the floor with his head staved in. Been hit with an electric iron. It's got your name scratched on the handle.
It has not.
Well, it has now. I saw it myself. Somebody wanted to make sure that it was identified. Listen, where are you?
I'm in a phone box at Wimbledon Station.
Right. Wait at the Broadway exit and I'll pick you up in about 20 minutes, okay?
Okay.
How do you know, anyway? This is Martin Cornforth's wife, isn't it? She lives here with you. blonde in the shooting break at Shingle Strand, and it's your shooting break. The two of you are in this together to get the money. Michael's never been here, has he? And you tricked me into coming down because I'm practically an eyewitness and you want me out of the way.
Yes. I'm afraid I do. Too bad, isn't it? You know too much. Not quite everything. But too much.
Hop in.
It must have been Mrs. Dodge. She's the only one who knew about my iron.
Where the bears is she fit in? Mrs. Dodge, the blonde, and Mr. X. 3 of them, practically an army.
Where are we going?
Wantram. The palace, Wantram. Want to catch an act there. A certain Colorado Kate.
Who's she?
Martin Cornforth's wife, I think.
A green Lancia, license number HDL 413. Stop and question passenger, believed to be Michael Cornforth, wanted for questioning in connection with the death of Mungo Peddy.
Well, this is it. Come on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to think we've got some of you away from the television just for one evening. Mind you, I've got nothing against television.
You say the vaudeville's dying.
Wonderful
You ask me,
medium
it's
of
dead.
entertainment. That's what I think about it. Just medium.
She's
You know,
on this.
what I really like about television
Yes.
is the big races. Don't you get excited when you see those horses come thundering down the straight? And it seems to bring them right off the screen, right into your room. After the race is over, I usually go around with a dust and a brush. But you know, tonight I have a very, very pleasant duty. I should say a pleasure, really. I am introducing an old favorite of yours, whom we haven't seen for quite some time. Direct from her triumphant tour of Australia, that queen of the spinning ropes, Colorado Kate.
Blonde. Spotted us. Fast ahead, we'll get her now. Hang on. Evening.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen. Must have dozed off.
Have a couple of whiskies, please.
Can do.
One for yourself.
Thank you, sir. No mind if I do.
Bill.
Cuddles and kisses from Kate. I've heard of her. Is she still around?
Yes. Well, she's got a houseboat up by the island, the old Yolanda. Kate's moored her there for years. That's how I came to know her.
And tell me she does a lot of...
She didn't always drink. She was a wonderful girl, Kate was. In the old days, when she first came to live here.
What was it, man trouble?
I'll say.
Didn't she marry a bird watcher or something? A quiet, retiring sort of chap?
Quiet, sir. Some didn't think he could talk. That was the trouble. A lively girl like Kate, she'd have had, I'd have given my soul. No. She'd go and marry this Cornforth. He went to live with her on the Yolanda. Walked out on her after a while. Didn't blame her, mind, blamed himself, and rightly so.
Didn't she go to Australia after he left her?
Yes. Came back a couple of months ago. Not that I've seen her myself. She keeps out the way of her old friends. She got a young chap living with her up there. They say he came back from Australia with her.
Well, thank you very much. We'd better get moving.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, gentlemen.
The Yolanda?
Yeah.
Bill, I've got a hunch. Kate avoids people who know her well, like Bill Potter. It could be because she's gone downhill. But supposing this woman isn't Kate at all.
Well, then where's Kate?
In Sydney Harbour. That woman who was murdered in Sydney. All the imposter has to do is to establish herself as Kate, which is now done, collect Martin's cash, and wham, she's off. Must be pretty near. There it is.
Come on.
Don't get excited. They're not coming here. They're after your friend Michael.
Michael? Why?
For murdering Mungo Petty.
You. You did it. Oswald Catalan told me. I shall tell the police everything. I know who you are. You're Mrs. Martin Cornforth. I know the blonde in the shooting break. And you play the part of Mrs. Dodge.
I don't think you'll be here to tell anyone anything. Oswald will see to that.
Jim will have you out.
Michael, I know who killed Martin and Mungo Petty. It was Martin's wife and Oswald Castellan.
Good.
Oh.
This is Jean, girl I was telling you about.
Hello.
She said there's no Mrs. Dodge. It was Colorado Kate in disguise.
That means we're only chasing 2 people instead of 3.
The man's called Oswald Castellan. They've only just gone.
Castellan?
Yes.
I know that name. Was he an Australian?
I don't know. Why?
And you thought that Kate was an imposter. Boy, you might be right. Come on.
Come, Jean.
Come on, Bill.
No, but Kate.
Have you got the man?
Catalan? Yeah, we got him. Look, Mike Cornforth had nothing to do with any of the murders. He was framed by Catalan all along. It was Catalan who murdered Martin Cornforth down a shingle strand for the wife's money. He killed Mungo Petty because he found out too much. And years ago in Sydney, he murdered Martin Cornforth's wife, Colorado Kate.
But this woman is Colorado Kate.
She's not. She's an imposter.
Oswald Castellan, alias Mrs. Dodge, alias Colorado Kate. 3 people in one. Oswald Castellan.
The great Castellan.
I knew the answer the moment I heard his name. Saw his act in Australia. He topped the bill there for 2 years. Knife thrower, juggler, female impersonator.
Good Lord.
One thing I'd like to know, why did you have to kill Colorado Kate?
She wouldn't cooperate. I found out she had a husband we could shake down for a fortune. She wouldn't lift a finger to help. No, not her. Sentimental ham. So I decided to kill her and collect the money for myself by impersonating her and removing Martin Cornforth. Michael here was to be the fall guy. Clever idea, wasn't it? To put you in that trunk and take you down to Shingle Strand. If those wretched girls hadn't turned up, you'd have hanged.
You dirty murdering swine! You take him away.
Well, you can never tell with blondes, can you? Can't even tell whether they are blondes.
I'll take a chance on this one.